Hi guys, it's minigame UK here. So I've just jumped on today to play a bit of Ultimate Team. I thought I didn't end up getting Lamar. I was trying to save up fear to get to 41k, and I was going to sell all my most feared guys instead of selling them for coins. And I'm pretty glad I didn't because I logged in not long ago, and all my fear converted to one single solitary coin, and I nearly threw my pad out the window. I mean, it's typical EA. Not only that, I thought, well, I'm gonna have a look at my players that I didn't sell, and they were like also selling for one coin. So I'm like, this is nuts. Now I haven't checked this myself because I ended up getting kicked out and booted, and as you can see, I'm now sat at a Ultimate Team lock screen. So I wasn't quite sure what was going on at that point because I thought to myself, well, um, it wouldn't be out of the ordinary for EA to completely screw over its player base by doing something as heinous as giving them one coin for their fear. And some people have got 40 odd thousand fear, and I would have been in that situation if I'd have sold the players. And I thought in the end I'm just going to leave it. Part of me was thinking if I got banned here because I played 4 Champions games last night and I'm finding my feet. I managed to get 3 wins. I should have been 4 wins in a row, but I got 3 wins altogether. And I thought, I wonder if somebody banned me for, I don't know. I mean, I was silent. I wasn't speaking or anything. I would never say anything that would get me banned anyway. But, the paranoia sets in. Am I banned? I'm locked. I get kicked out. So, who knows what's going on. Unstoppable is supposed to be launching today, so I don't know whether it's related to that, but I'm going to jump in to talk to you for a bit just to say that to tell you what I'm going to do with my one coin. I think what I might do is I might buy the store pack that they launch, that one coin pack. So not all is lost. I think we're all going to benefit from a free one coin player today. We haven't even got to spend a coin, so. Yeah, of course. Hashtag S for sarcasm. Right. So I'm just going to do. I'm going to do a bit of pitch party, I think, while I talk to you. So I haven't really done much of this, but um, it's just typical EA. This stuff, like, why can't they get this stuff right? And I mean, in the end, I thought I'm not going to get Jalen because he was going for something like 250,000 coins anyway. So I thought it's not worth spending the coins on him. I'd rather maybe get them transferred to training and open some of those training packs because we'll get a better chance of newer players, I guess, as the season goes on. And my team's pretty good now. I don't think I really need another cornerback. We're pretty much 90s across the board. So, as I said, we won. Oh, what's going on there? We won three Champions games last night, and the one that I lost was just because I was, what's the word? Showboating and celebrating before I'd actually won anything. So should have been 4 in a row, but yeah, I didn't really feel like I needed the Jalen Johnson in the end, and I'm so glad I didn't sell my most feared 84s because that would have, of course, meant that I would have thrown away. I mean, I think I had about 100k's worth of most feared players that I could have sold. Now, they might have dropped in value anyway now because obviously most feared's finished, so people aren't necessarily buying them for that price. So I've probably lost money by not converting them. But, well, the hope is that EA are going to do some sort of a make right, and this is sort of why the servers are down. But I don't know what they're going to do. How are they going to fix this? I just don't understand what they can do now. Everybody's fear's gone to coins, one coin. And I mean, to be honest, I didn't want it to be coins anyway. I wanted it to be training. But I think that's where the cock up is. I think that obviously something's gone wrong there where they meant to do it for training. And the thing I was going to say is people apparently were saying that you could update your. I didn't do this, so I never checked this, but you could update your Divine Diablo and Kenneth Walker by using 5 coins. It's for each increment to get them to 90. Now I don't have a need for any of those players because we're we're already going to be pretty much stacked at middle linebacker. I don't know whether he's got, outside linebackers, but I've never really liked spending 500 for them to play at a position because I don't use the chemistries. I don't need those chemistries to unlock. It's only if it's a 49er. And oftentimes it just hurts me to put a player out of position and see that overall change, even though I know it doesn't matter. It just still makes me go that I'm losing a step with playing them in that position. But I mean, it's typical EA. They always manage to do something that just spoils everything. I was hoping to open a lot of training rerolls today to see if we can get lucky with a player. A lot of those 90s from Most Fear are dropped in value. That's not to say they might not go back up in price now the Most Feared's over and you can't get them, but yeah, I mean, we'll see. Like I said, I didn't really need a Jalen. He would have been the player that I would have gone. Or if I can't remember if Brock Purdy was in. I don't think he was. I don't think he was the champion. But I mean, I've already got Mahomes, so I'm not going to be going anywhere with my quarterbacks for a long while yet. But yeah, so who knows when it's going to come back? I mean, they must have took it offline about half 3 UK time. So what's that, half 10? And Unstoppable, I think, was supposed to be launching today, so I reckon that's going to be delayed. And what happens to everybody's fear? I don't know, but usually what ends up happening is that you end up getting a make right, but it will probably be a make right for everybody. What's happened there? Even if you didn't get this fear thing, that you had no fear, or you only had 10 fear, say, right? What EA will do is they'll do a make right and give everybody a choice of a most feared 90. That's what they'll do. Now the problem is some people who had 41 coins would have deserved that, but somebody like me that only had 27k, I won't deserve that. I would deserve half of that. So why is it fair that I should get one? And that's probably what EA will do. And then somebody who's only got 10k, so everybody will just always get that extra 90 anyway. Probably even if they'd used all their fear up. So I guess that's what I'm regretful of, that I should have just opened some of the packs. But, it is what it is. We're used to it now with EA. We're just used to it. And it's that with the AKA token fiasco, when I had to wait longer because I didn't get the AKA tokens, I was pretty cross. Today, it's that I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed thing, and I'm saying it with a wee wry smile. Because it is just typical EA. I mean, the amount of money that they make from MUT, I don't understand why they can't get this stuff right. It baffles me. And any other company that provided a product like this would get sued. I don't understand why there aren't class action lawsuits against EA because of the way that they do business, and the product that gets released has always got bugs. And it's, you go and buy, I don't know, you go and buy a car, right, that's got a defect in it, that it's unusable, right, some problem, right. They don't just go, right, yeah, we'll fix that in a few months. Yeah, something happens and it gets fixed. You're not sat here waiting until, we'll fix it in the next car and you can buy that. And that's obviously, it's not at the same price level as that, but that's what it's like. We've got a bug, and then every year we get slapped with hypermotion or sapient technology or whatever other bullshit term that they think that we're going to snap up. And I always watch Angry Joe's reviews every year, and I know, yeah, mate, it's locked. That's what I'm talking about. It's bloody. Everybody's fear got converted to one coin, so that's why I'm ranting. So I had like 28k fear, and all my fear got converted to one coin. And I wished I was streaming it now, but to be honest, everybody's in the same boat. So if you had, some people had 48,000 fear, and what people were thinking was that it would convert to training, right? And then we could do the training, what do they call it, the re-roll pack. And EA dumped me out, they kicked me out, so I assume they're trying to fix something. But I mean, I can't see how they're going to fix all of that fear going to one coin. But yeah, it's locked. I think it's locked for everybody. I'm not sure when it's going to be back. But I'm pretty sure that Unstoppable was supposed to be coming today. So you can bet, you can almost guarantee that that's going to be delayed. And who knows how they're going to fix this? If your coins have already gone, you know, are EA going to be able to track what coins that you had before? Are they gonna know and track what you had before to be able to either put it back and allow it to convert properly? No. What they're going to do is give a make right, probably, as I said before, of a free champion that you can choose. So you'll probably end up getting your player, but it's just ridiculous just how big a company EA is, and they can't get the simplest of shit right. I mean, how are they even in business still? It's just absolutely ridiculous. It's laughable now. And when I played Madden, so the last time I played Madden, so last year I had lots of health problems, and I didn't really get to play much Madden. I missed the start of Ultimate Team, and I had like an eye condition, and I just couldn't look at the yellow on black. Really was messing with me. I sort of went blind partially in my left eye due to a condition called uveitis. So I didn't really play much of Ultimate Team, and then by the time that started improving around Christmas time, and I could see again, I just did franchise mode. But the year before, 2023, I played Ultimate Team religiously. I had like 30 million or something at one point. I had the Diamond Elway. But literally every single promotion EA launched that year had a problem. There was a problem at Most Feared. The biggest one was the one at Christmas with the gifts, where everybody, like in the UK, I woke up early because it's obviously Christmas morning, and I logged into Madden, and you weren't supposed to be able to open your presents until late. Like it would have been 3:30 UK time. So I opened mine in the morning, and I thought, I'm just getting rubbish. What's going on? I literally opened pretty much most of my presents, and then I read on the internet that there was some glitch. So I can't remember exactly what it was, but there was some glitch. And when they fixed the glitch later on, I wasn't here. I was at my parents', so I couldn't open it. And it was the other way. Everybody was getting the ghosts. I think they were the ghosts of Christmas Past or something. So there was like an unfinished business Tom Brady, and that's what everybody got. So I ended up getting the shit from the mess up. And when they fixed it and started giving everybody good stuff, I missed it. So I basically lost. My timing was just the worst. And then eventually, I opened the rest of my presents later on the night. It's because they've ballsed up fear, mate. They ballsed up fear, so they've done emergency maintenance. So when it comes back, I've no idea. But yeah, it's emergency maintenance. I was just saying to the other guy asked me the same question, but everybody's fear converted to one coin. So yeah, don't worry, you're not banned or anything like that. Because I thought the same first of all. But yeah, in the 2023 one, I opened my presents later, and EA did some sort of make right, if I remember correctly. But they also gave the people that really benefited from it the make right. And it was like, well, what's the point in even playing it now? Because everybody just had superstar teams. So by Christmas, everybody, I mean, it was good because obviously everybody was on a level playing field at that point. You know, it came down to skill rather than players. But it was just ridiculous that that I pretty much grinded all that year. I didn't spend any money. I was no money spent. And I managed to work out a way of buying a certain pack that would always give me profit, and ended up with like 30 million. But I spent a lot of time to do that, playing the auction house, buying and selling, and all of that other stuff. I mean, pretty much the same thing that I do to make money in real life. You know, sort of wheeling and dealing, and taking advantage of opportunities, buy low, sell high, and all that good stuff. But yeah, this is what will happen with this, that there'll be a make right, but honestly, it will take weeks to get that make right. Oh, can we get the big guy to score? It'll honestly be there, Jake Brendel touchdown. It'll take ages for them to do the make right. I've messed this one up, have I? Oh no, come on. Are we going to get gold here? Ooh, come on, block. Yay, first gold. There we go. But yeah, so it'll be ages till they do the make right, and by the time they do the make right, that those 90 players will just be so old that they won't be, they won't be worth anything on the team. All right, well, I'm glad of that. At least we've got a gold in one of these. That's pretty cool. Should we do? We got gold in Russian attack the other day. The basic. Should we do the basic pitch party? But yeah, so let's wait and see, I guess, and see if it comes back online later. But I think that's the problem as well. There's no communication to it. So because I won 4 games in a row last night in online in head to head. I was like, hang on, have somebody like banned me for some reason? Like I upset somebody and they've done like a fake report or whatever. So, but then I thought, well, nah, actually, this isn't designed. This isn't what they meant to do. Because I had 28,000 fear, all down to 1 coin, and that can't be what their intention was. Because honestly, it's going to just piss everybody off. If it hasn't really affected my team because I'm winning. I'm playing my head-to-head games and I'm winning. Secondary is great. I'm pretty much an 89 now. It's only my kicker that's really bringing the special teams, that's bringing the score down. So, I'm pretty much almost a 90, which is pretty good when, your max level at the moment is 91 or 92, but there aren't even many players that are there. So, I don't really need the player yet, and that's why in the end I thought, well, I'm not going to bother grinding to get any more fear, because I would have needed another 7 or 8k fear, and I'd have had to have spent 60k to get enough fear to get the Jalen Johnson, and he was only selling for 250 or 260 anyway. So there wasn't really much profit there, and because I like opening packs, I thought, well, we'll do a few. It'll be nice to get some training and open a few of those training packs. Maybe do a video, a stream on opening those. But it just leaves a bad taste in your mouth, doesn't it? Because people might go, well, it's only a game, but I've spent a lot of time on it. Not so money. I've spent a lot of time, and for me, now I'm older, that's by far more valuable to me than money is. This is sort of how I do a lot of my decision making when I'm older. How long does this thing take me? And if I can earn £30 in an hour, but something's going to take me 6 hours to grind, I might as well work, right? I might as well do work and earn money and buy the pack. I mean, it's better if you don't buy the pack, of course. It's better if you buy something else, because it's not gonna it's got not going to mean anything this time next year. But this is why it's almost like I don't want to say sunken cost fallacy, but when you play Madden, it's not like you're really getting anything monetary out of it. It's not like I could put instead of buying a $20 pack or whatever it is, I could put that $20 in my stocks and shares ISA, and in 10 years' time, that's 100% growing. It's gonna what. I don't know what the statistic is, but in the stock market, you like double your money like every 10 or 15 years or something. So you know that you could just do that instead of piling it into a game where this time next year none of it's going to matter anyway. And honestly, I'm winning games. So obviously I'm English, I'm British. So it's although American football is more popular in this country now, I've watched it for 30 years, 33 years or something. So I understand a lot of the stuff that most people probably won't understand, like the base rules, what certain penalties mean, what offensive plays work against different defensive schemes, and although it got a bit rusty, I've got better at that. And although it's not perfect, it's not like real football because I played years ago and studied the rules from a proper NFL rule book, sort of like how to spot coverages, but I mean mainly from the position of a wide receiver, which is the position I used to play, or as it would have been called back then, a split end. So we still, when the first American football team I joined, we were still using the terms flanker, split end, and well, obviously we still use slot, don't we? We still say slot, but you don't hear those terms now. But I studied the rules, so I sort of understand it better. So even if I might have a crappy team, I'm still competing against people. Obviously there's certain things you can't compete against, like if a player's got really fast receivers and your cornerbacks are slow, but there are still strategies that you can do to sort of combat that by backing your coverage off, so don't go press. So if you've got slow cornerbacks and somebody's got fast receivers, and also changing the strategy up. This is one thing that I adjusted to in the other game, where one of my corners were getting burnt just because he wasn't as quick. So I did the matchups. I changed the cornerback matchups by speed. And you can do all sorts of things like do it by height and all of that stuff. So, but I find I don't necessarily need to have a team that's sort of 90s across the board. And the 4 games I played yesterday, I won the first 2. The first game was close. The second one, I think I scored, and then I was just playing such good defence that I got an interception, and then they just quit. And then the next game, it seemed to be the same thing. This guy only had like 80 high 80s. So if you play somebody online and all you see are the season 2 players or the season 3 players as their top players, you know that the rest of the team is obviously not very good. They're going to be like 80 below 89s, right? And this guy's I went down all the way down the field, scored a touchdown, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to do this. And I became complacent. I started just not thinking about what I was playing, and I ended up losing that game 28-7, and I ended up having to quit. But it's sort of like if I'm concentrating on the game and I'm studying what the other team's doing, and I'm really looking at what plays they're calling on offense and what they keep doing, because it's like in the NFL, right? If you keep running, right, and running's working, why would you not run? Why would you not carry on. And it's the same thing that what happened a few years ago when the Ravens and the Chiefs met in the playoffs, right? So the Ravens got there by running the ball, right, and control and Lamar's legs, and they got behind against the Chiefs, and suddenly they're playing a different, they're using a different thing to what they've been doing all season, or another gold, to what they've been doing all season. And part of it is because the Chiefs, something happens now to teams when they play the Chiefs. They outthink themselves, right? This is why because most Chiefs have played, the other teams are in it, right? Mahomes is throwing picks all the time, but something happens when you play them and you start playing differently. You stop playing how you've been playing all season and what gets you there. And that's what happened to the Ravens. They just completely changed the way that they played simply because it was the Chiefs. And you got to stick to what you're good at and what you do. And when you're playing online, it's sort of like let's try the Russian attack. It's sort of like you stick at what you're good at. Oh, I've never seen this one before. Oh. Yeah, that didn't go. So when I'm playing online, if I rush, so if I'm rushing and they can't stop me, I'm going to continue rushing, even if it's the same play that I'm doing over and over. I'm going to continue to rush. Can I hurdle these things? Oh, flipping heck. But yeah, they've got to stop you. But if I don't concentrate, I usually end up losing. And if I'm being complacent, then I'm not picking the right plays. But you don't need a team of all 90s to compete. So yeah, don't rock up with a 78 overall team because you're just going to get beat. But you know, if you've got a mid-80s team, which is where I was, I think I won a couple of house rules games. You know, well, I must have run about 50 house rules games. But you know, I quite like that game mode, to be honest. It's one of the modes that I feel that I'm pretty good at. But I was hoping to do some more Champions games today, just because we had that 3-game win yesterday, and kicking the tyres with the new team. We got George Kittle, and we got the Deion Sanders, and that's why we were trying to get the fear, because we were either thinking about maybe getting a centre. I think there was a centre that was available, and you know, just adding that to the team. But we'll wait. We'll wait. I mean, we're at 2.5 million, so we'll probably go back to selling some stuff. So Ultimate Team's still locked by the looks of it. So yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I don't think there's any featured news. I mean, let's try and get in by going that way. Yeah, there we go. You don't have access. So yeah, that's a shame. So I mean, we could start our franchise mode, I guess. I mean, that's what we could do. Or we could play a completely different game entirely, which I might do. I mean, I mean, what time is it now? It's just gone 4:30 in the UK. So I mean, we could do our usual quick play of Thursday night football. It's going to be a good one as well. Bengals against the Ravens. So we'll have a look at that and probably do that. Well, we'd probably do that at tonight while the game's in progress. That's what we'll probably do. I'm going to have a look at the rosters, actually. This is one thing I haven't really done much. Oh, no, hang on. Let's have a look at the Creation Centre. Let's see what teams we've got. It's been a while. We looked at this last week. Because what we want to do is we want to do a franchise where we have all created teams. So I quite like that. Mustangs. Right, let's have a bang on that. Let's download that. So what should we say? What should we call them? Oh, hang on. We don't get to call them anything, do we? What's their city name? Mustangs. Orlando. Right. Orlando Mustangs. Right. So I like to go. Right. Let's go and do a search because that gives us more. Roses United, DC Senators. Aztecs is quite nice. So I'm trying to go with teams that aren't. Right, that one looks quite nice. Let's download the Wolves. Let's have a look at the preview, see how it looks. Got some hound dogs there. That looks quite nice. Ooh, that does look quite cool actually. Why is everybody Orlando? So maybe it's a guy that's creating. Maybe it's the same guy. Right, Eagles. Let's have a look at them. We don't want everybody to be. Oh, the Battle Orcs. Yeah, why is everybody Orlando? I don't understand. All right. Let's have a look at these dragons. That looks quite nice. Is this like a bug that everybody's Orlando? That's got to be a bug, right? I mean, we'll download the dragons. Think Spokane Empire. Emus. What we should do is download them first because we've got enough space, right? And it keeps resetting. So we'll have a look at the emus. Quite like that logo. It's got a pretty nice kit. Oh, I do like that. Yeah, that's got to be a bug. They're not Orlando. I think there's just something going on there. Right. What else looks good? War ducks. Oh, looks quite nice. Detroit Pygmalion. What the heck is that? What's a Pygmalion? Akron Swarms. That looks alright, doesn't it? I think we might just do a cheeky little franchise and just test. Let's have a preview of the Akron Swarm. Bit like a bit Steeler-esque there. Blue and yellow stick together, as Barry the Bee might say. Right. Who else should we go with? Hamburg Sea Devils. That's a bit of a blast from the past. Let's have a look at them. So, if you don't know, these were from the NFL Europe, where when Germany pretty much had all the teams there. So that's pretty cool, actually. This is some good stuff, you know. This is some good stuff. I don't know what that one is. Right, what else looks good? These are just the standard. Got a Liverpool one there. Wild horns, rhinos, kangaroos. Is that all there is? Filters. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Yetis, Muskies, Blue Jays. That's a nice one, isn't it? Let's download the Blue Jays. Let's have a cheeky preview. These are going to look nice, I think. There's that nice iridescent look to the helmet. Yeah, they're pretty nice. Right, we'll have a go at the Blue Jays then. Right, let's just get one more. And what we'll do is so we've got badges there. We'll try see how the franchise mode works with these teams. I'm trying to find one that's more red. I haven't seen like a good red red team. So we've got Wisconsin. So let's try Pennsylvania. Right, what have we got? Prowlers. Ooh, that's a real team from Poland. I'm not going to pronounce it. So my son's mate comes from there, and yeah, let's download it for my son's mate. I don't know how you pronounce it, but let's have a preview. So yeah, that's a Polish team. It's pretty cool. I feel like I need to do like the NFL Europe. That'd be quite something. Right, we want a red team is what we want. And I'm not really finding many. Right, let's add Maryland. And let's get rid of Pennsylvania. Let's add Ohio to the mix as well. See if we get some red teams. So there we go. We've got a couple more here. Senators, Daniels, Canton Bulldogs, would that be? I guess it would. Drayton Dragons, St. Clairsville, the Wildcats. Yeah, there's a few more red ones here. We'll pick one of these. Let's see what we got. Oh, the McDonald's Blowers. Got the Louisville parrot there. Oh no, it's not a parrot. Right, let's go with the Dalton Bulldogs. That looks pretty nice. And let's just have a cheeky preview. Every team's from Orlando. Yeah, it's pretty nice. They should have an all red. Oh, they haven't got a third kit. Right, so let's just pick. Do you have any? The problem I find is most people are sort of going with the same sort of animals. So bulldogs and stuff. Trainmen, that looks quite nice. Warthogs. Let's have a look. Let's have a look what the warthogs are all about. I do like those. That eagle as well. I might download that. Let's have a look at the preview. It's going to be like oranges and reds, I guess. Brown. That looks pretty cool though, right? That looks nice. Nice variation on the helmet as well with the W there. I think we're going to download. Are these changing? Because there was two. There was two with that. There it is, Valor. Let's have a look at that. Let's download it. So a cheeky preview. Should be red, white, and blue. Reminds me of the Rally Durham Skyhawks. There we go. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look. See if we can start a franchise and see how this looks. So we're still locked. Right. So, can't remember creating that. Right, create new league. So I don't think you can play. I don't think you can do offline. Create multiple saves. Connection to EA servers not required. So I don't think you can do 32 team control there. I mean, let's try it.
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with.
Yeah, so I don't think we can. I don't think we can do it that way. Right, let's try the online one. Season week 1. So I
Choose
think
the team you
this.
want to start your franchise with.
Here we go. Right, we can replace. Right, let's choose a division. Right, let's go with the. Let's go with the AFC South. Right, let's replace them with. The Valor. And then we'll replace the Texans with Akron Swarm. And then we'll replace the Viking. No, we won't. We will replace the Colts with the Blue Jays. And then we will replace the. Come on, brain. Who's the other team in the south? Why is my brain not working? Colts, Texans. It's got the Blue Jays. Jags, of course. It's the Jags. Right. So we'll make the Jags the. Let's give them the Emus. There we go. Right. Now we will be. Who shall we be? Let's be the Akron Swarm. Right, we're going to be
Use
the
the options on the left
Akron
to edit
Swarm.
league settings and choose what role you want to run the show as, a coach or an owner.
Right, change role, coach, that's alright. Active coach, Brian Callahan. Start playing. Right, let's have a quick look and see how the Akron Swarm looks. So, I don't know whether they have like their own custom rosters as well. I think they possibly do. But I definitely want to do a full 32 team franchise with custom teams. So I haven't done any of this yet, so I'll have to get the laptop out and maybe have a look to see if I can create my own. I'd like to create the teams I used to play for, the Redditch Arrows, the Stourbridge Pumas. But yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Right, so advanced week. So I want to get to the point where we play a team that I've added, so a divisional game. So we'll sim up until we get to a divisional game. Oh, we can see on the top, can't we? We've got next. So we don't have a divisional game straight away. That's interesting. Here we go, week 6. So we'll play the Blue Jays. Here we go. Right, let's play this game. Have a look how they look, how the teams look. Will be Akron. Let's have a look at the uniforms again. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh yeah, edit uniforms, that was Akron. Yeah, we go with the home, I like that. And the Blue Jays. That's pretty cool. They've got like multiple uniforms, so home is blue. So let's go with... Yeah, let's go with that. Right, so 86 versus an 83. Ready. So it looks like the logos are a bit low resolution, so you probably have to
It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
get a better DPI.
It'll be no holds barred between AFC South rivals. This should be a good one to watch, and it's kicking off next.
That looks pretty good, right?
NFL 25.
There we go. We've got the proper team names in. The Milwaukee Blue Jays against the Akron Swarm. The Blue Jays currently 4-1 in the AFC South.
Set for a good one here in the AFC South. Glad you're on board with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, this always the division of opportunity. Can you get...
So I think they also get their own stadium as well. So
Each team has had its little moment, and as we sit here in 2024,
that looks pretty cool. I do like those
this
kits.
is a division with a chance
That like matte helmet. Very much a Pittsburgh Steeler looking team. And then the Blue Jays. See how we get on.
A lot of that's been they haven't been the strongest. They're all trying to figure out their long-term quarterback play. But when you talk
The
about
music sounds like it's custom as well, the stadium music.
around the city, his teams
Ah, you've even got the little logos there. This is pretty cool, guys.
are year.
I think this is going to be what I'm going to end up
their offense taking the field.
starting out. We'll get to choose the
They'll be led out
teams.
by the quarterback now in his fourth
Have a completely
NFL
custom
campaign.
league.
Every team
Right,
stresses
let's
it
try-
all week
let's
in
try a
practice,
drag.
Mike, as they're building their scripts and they're delivering their team message. You want to start fast in the NFL. Playing from behind is a nightmare. You can't come out flat and allow the opposing team to strike first. They understand the importance. This opening drive, they feel really good about.
That's
the
pretty
plays they
cool,
had
though, isn't
taken.
it?
They really feel good about the week of practice they had. Now all that has to come together.
I mean, I like
Fast,
that
and see if you can sustain it for
the
4.
rosters are different as well.
And he's going to be brought down.
I mean, I'm not sure what happens to the real players that
Following the completion, we'll get a stop
were on those
here
respective
for
teams,
an
whether they hit free agency or not.
He'll drop to throw. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
They just rush that decision just a little
But
bit
yeah, I might be the
downfield.
Wasps. I
It's
might
one
go
thing to
that
trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his
saying
progression,
is
there was
bring
an
the
easier
sting.
throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw
Bring the
such a
sting.
tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
So yeah, it looks pretty good. This is the stuff we need, isn't it? This is the stuff that we know. There was a bit of a gap up the middle. Closed quick.
And the pressure too much. He'll go down.
The best thing they did here,
I mean,
Mike,
that
is
looks
keep
great,
their
doesn't
rush
it, those
lane
helmets?
integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck.
They remind me of a team, and I can't think who it is. That Blue Jays with the silver helmet.
Opening drive, and here's
I think it
third
might be
down.
like a USFL team.
Now they'll set up to throw. some pace early on. First and 10, they'll set up to throw. And this will be
That's going to be a legal forward pass.
flag down on the play. And let's see
Yeah.
who's guilty.
The reverse wank is what I like to call that.
Following the penalty, they'll run it.
Oh,
He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed, and he's tracked down behind the line.
I mean, what does the little B mean next to the teams? I've never noticed that before.
You just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take.
I mean, I guess it's to say that it's
Be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively.
I like that little ticker at the bottom as well. I don't remember seeing that
They were
before.
going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out.
Oh, he's coming.
Even though that ball goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan.
All right.
As the game unfolds.
Now a timeout for injury. Athletic training staff
Just play a bit of defense.
so we'll step aside.
All right, mate. This is an ultimate team. This is just franchise, so everybody's in the same boat. So EA basically converted everybody's fear
Not much happening there.
into one coin, and they've took it down for emergency maintenance. So Unstoppable, is it Unstoppable? It's supposed to be coming out later today. But yeah, everybody's in the same boat, that nobody can play Ultimate Team, and EA are doing some sort of emergency maintenance. So yeah, don't worry, you haven't been banned or anything like that. Everybody is in the same position. So I'm just doing a custom franchise with a couple of, just working out how the created teams work. So I'm going to do a 32 team franchise at some point. But I was hoping to get on and carry on doing some head-to-head. But yeah, when it's going to be back, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see.
Fair catch here. Called for and made.
So it's been down for like about an hour and a half now, I think. But yeah, all of my coins just went.
They'll search for the first point of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10.
I logged in and all my coins, all my fear went, and I thought, well, where has it gone? And then I noticed that there was a problem, and then I looked it up, and other people said that you've got the one coin, and I was like, yeah, that's what's happened. It converted all the fear, so I had 28k fear, and it all got converted into a single coin. But the other thing was all the most feared players were also selling for one coin. So if you quick sold them, you'd get one coin for those. But on the flip side, if you were lucky enough to have seen it, you could have upgraded your Kenneth Walker and Divine Diablo to 90 overall, and I think it was only 5 coins. So I didn't do that. I think I was just annoyed that I'd lost all that fear, and that's what I'd been working towards. I've been trying to get that fear up to get Jalen Johnson, but honestly, we'll be getting make rights, I guess. Whether that's now or not, I don't know. I don't know what happens to people that haven't logged in. Yeah, mate, everybody's asking me, so just to repeat it, EA have ballsed up and they've took the servers down for emergency maintenance. So don't worry, you haven't been banned. I don't know when it's going to come back, but the reason was that they messed up fear and converted everybody's fear that they had left to one single coin. And obviously that's not intended. I think people were expecting to get training, to convert their fear into training, but obviously it's a typical EA cock-up. But yeah, I'm not sure when it's going to be back. But yeah, don't worry, you haven't been banned. Everybody's in the same boat.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop.
But yeah, so I wished I'd have upgraded my Divine Diablo and my Kenneth Walker, because there was also a bug that you could upgrade those. But honestly, if EA fix this, they'll probably downgrade those players anyway. So, you know, you'll probably get screwed even if you benefit from it of doing that, because what EA will probably do is they'll probably reset them back to 85s and also keep your coins. So yeah, EA, you gotta laugh. You gotta laugh. Not used to this kicking meter either. I haven't. But yeah, I thought I'd just jump on and do.
So 7-0 the score, and set now
Do a
for
custom team franchise.
He fields it at the 8. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's used his legs to great effect this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design, as you check out the league leaders in quarterback rushing yards. Catch made. That's Woods. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff.
Right. Yeah, so I don't know when we're going to be back in Ultimate Team, but it gives us the opportunity to do something a bit different, I guess. And then we just hope that EA sorted out, like I said before, if they do a make right, it's probably not going to be very quick. I can't see how they would have recorded how much fear everybody had to be able to reset it. Because if they can't get the simplest of things right, I think I'm giving them too much credit that they will be able to work out that I specifically had 28k. But we'll probably get a make right in 3 weeks' time with a 90 of our choice, is what my guess would be. But you know, I'd just settle for EA just getting things right. It's like every promo, there's some sort of balls up. And I feel worse for guys that actually spend money on this game, in all honesty. Because, well, if you'd have spent money to get most feared players, to build your fear up to get players and stuff, I guess.
Blitz coming.
But
Throw it. To the goal line and in.
it's just annoying when you're sort of grinding to sort of like I was trying to grind to get that fear, and then in the end I thought, you know what, I'm not going to bother because I'm not going to get. I'd have had to have bought players to get 8k, but then again, I wouldn't really have the problem today. I'd have had my Jalen Johnson, and then when I saw something was wrong, I probably would have checked the Divine Diablo and the Kenneth Walker and just upgraded them. I mean, they're good for depth, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, we haven't got full chemistries yet. We've only got up to 30. I'm hoping today we get. I'm hoping today, when Unstoppable comes out, that we get another 5 on the chemistries, on the theme team chemistries. So I think I'm at 35 now, 49 as chemistries. So Unstoppable, unfortunately, is probably going to be delayed. So that's the only, the other thing that we're probably going to have. That they'll be busy trying to work out how to fix this fear fiasco. That's what we should call it, the fear fiasco. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how these created teams look, though. It's quite nice. Doing something a little bit different, and that's what we'll probably do at some point. Is we'll get the full 32 team custom franchise going. I mean, I did this last year once my eyes got back to normal. So I had the uveitis last year, and early on when Madden released, it was like because it was like a yellow on black theme. It was causing me loads of. Oh, I've got to keep an eye on the clock. No, I don't care. But yeah, I didn't play Ultimate Team because I couldn't see pretty much, and that yellow on black theme was just awful for my eyes. So I ended up, once my eyes got better towards the end of the year, I just did a franchise. I did a Texans move to Oilers, and I did a full 32 team relocation. That was pretty cool. So I was in the AFC South, and I had 2 teams in London. I had the Black Knights and the Monarchs, and I was the Black Knights. And then I had the Paris Blues and the Dublin Shamrocks. And it was pretty cool. I did a mixture of playing and simming. So often I'd probably sim most of the regular season, unless it was a divisional game or something like that. And I must have done about 20 seasons. I missed out on the Super Bowl a couple of seasons, and then I ended up finishing with 5 in a row. So I managed to build a pretty decent team out of the Texans, and bring five Lombardi. Well, I think I ended up with 7 Lombardi trophies in the end in London Black Knights. So I won 1, and then I lost a Super Bowl, and then I won 5 in a row. And at that point I thought, yeah, that's pretty much. I think that pretty much took me up to about April, and then I just stopped playing it at that point. But it was really good, and you forget who the teams are after a while, because obviously after 15 or so years you get a completely different set of players, and yeah, mate, I think everybody's is locked. So I don't know when it's going to be back, but yeah, everybody's in the same boat. And one good thing is, if you're only just logging... Oh, here we go. He's open. If you're only just logging in now, and you haven't had your fear go to 1 coin, you might actually be okay. So fingers crossed that if you haven't logged in, maybe EA fix it so when you do log in, you don't get the problem everybody else had. And you still might get a make right, because it is EA after all.
The extra point, up and good. And his guys will tie things up.
But yeah, I tried to get in about 3:35 in the UK. So what's that? 25 to 11 Eastern Standard Time, something like that. I get confused now because obviously clocks have just changed. So clocks changed in the UK last week or 2 weeks ago, and then I think they've not long changed in America. So
and instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the third quarter.
So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, mate, it's not working for anybody, so it's just down.
Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. He'll start at the 4. And he's brought down.
It's just down, but yeah, hopefully if you're only just logging in now, the hope is that that EA, by the time it comes back on, that EA fix it, and you're not one of these people that have had their fear convert to one coin, because the expectation was it would convert to training. So that's what the hope was, or the expectation rather.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes.
But we will see. It's coming up to tea time in the UK, so I'll probably hang the cleats up for an hour, come back later on and have a look to see if they've got their act together. I was hoping to do some more MUT Champions games, just because we won 3 out of 4, and honestly it should have been 4 out of 4. And I'm definitely getting better at reading defenses now, and that's the fun part for me. Honestly, is this is what I was drawn to, like 30 odd years ago, was that the game felt a lot more cerebral, and literally like a chess match when compared to other sports, and it almost felt like that perfect combination of brains and brawn. I mean, obviously in the modern NFL there's a lot less. Well, there's still a lot of brawn, but not as much hitting. It's not as well. It's still brutal. Don't get me wrong. It's still. There's a nice catch. It's just not like it was in the 80s, where you had like Ronnie Lott. I mean, Ronnie Lott didn't he have his the tip of his pinky cut off so he could carry on playing, so he wouldn't be out. I mean, you wouldn't see that now. It's like
taking off. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work.
Guys care about what they look like now. I don't think in the 70s you had like missing teeth, bald heads. Well, you get bald heads now, don't you? But yeah, so hopefully it will come back. I'll have a look and see what's going on Twitter. See what the news is. See what's going on. And then tonight I'll stay up and do another sim of the. That's a touchdown. Do a sim of the Thursday night game, the Ravens against Is it Cincinnati? I've forgotten already. Honestly,
And of course, all scoring plays are reviewed.
my memory, my short term. I never heard that come out the mic before.
So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn
Ooh.
it, and it stays on the board.
Right. Anyway. Right. I'm going to have a bit of a break, guys. I'm going to come back in a little bit. Thanks for watching. And just to close out the video, yep, if you are having the issue in Ultimate Team, it isn't you. Everybody's in the same boat, and let's keep our fingers crossed that they fix it and get it sorted. So I'll catch you probably in about 30 minutes or an hour. Hopefully Madden comes back online. Thanks for watching. Pop a comment if you did manage to do the Divine Diablo and the Kenneth Walker, or what your experiences have been with this glitch. And if you haven't subscribed, I'm new to this. But I obviously appreciate subscriptions, likes, comments, and all that stuff. Honestly, it does mean the world to me. Every time I get a comment or a sub, one of the things that I find it really difficult to do is validate myself and self-soothing and all of that stuff. So if I can get it through the internet, then yeah, that's great. But more importantly, it just validates what I'm doing. I've only been doing this for a few months, and my main focus is talking about the eating disorder and things, but obviously when something like this happens today, it takes the focus away from that. But obviously I've touched on some of the things that happened in the last year, like the eye condition. But yeah, check out some of the previous videos if you want to know some of that. But I'll probably do another story just to tell you, to go through more about the eating disorder. But yep, I digress, and I'm waffling now. So I'll catch you later. Bye for now.